Hello, my name is Tanya. I live in a forest. Sometimes I do things, and it's October, the beginning of October, and a lot of people do Inktober. And 10 years ago, I also did Inktober, and I want to show you what happened. And later, I think I'm going to talk about monthly challenges in general. This is my Inktober sketchbook from 2015. I made it myself. I took some white fabric and I stained it with ink and I stitched, it's called a Coptic stitch, and it has 32 pages or 32 leaves. I don't know, but it fits 31 drawings perfectly, and it was 10 years ago. The first one, I didn't follow any prompts that year. I was just drawing whatever came to my mind. I think it's more difficult this way. This one is about ink. This one is about Inktober. That's what I learned from doing this challenge. Cats, dragons, and ghosts are some default characters. This is ink stepping over paint for the month of October. Very, very thoughtful. Something that I like to do when I don't know what to do is choose a quote. It kind of helps to fill the page and gives you an idea of something to draw. This surrealistic drawing, it doesn't have to mean anything, you know. Sometimes you draw something and then it means something, sometimes it doesn't. A little play on words. Later I turned it into a book cover of a book that doesn't exist, but I just think it's funny. That's just something that was in front of me. I didn't complete this challenge in time. I was drawing these drawings later, a lot of them. I started in time, but then I fell off. But I did find something in me that helped me finish. Even though I didn't finish on time, I have a finished project, and now 10 years later it doesn't matter that I didn't do it on time. So yeah, some drawings are just chaos, but as you can see there's thought, because this is a reflection and here's a person and there's no person. Ooh, spooky. Some dogs. This one I turned into an illustration, but I couldn't find it to show you. But it looks pretty much the same. Dangers of a phone. Getting back to where you started is not the same as never leaving. A little punk piggy bank. It's one of the things when you don't know what to do, you can just take two random things and clash them together and see what happens. And sometimes it doesn't give you anything interesting, sometimes it does. Princesses and dragons, I think, have a very special relationship. I think that this one is interesting, even though it's quite simple. I don't remember my thought process on this. When in doubt, draw an owl. I turned this one into a more rendered drawing in Procreate. I like it. I turned this one also into a drawing in Procreate. Something about road to success. This one is cute, even though it's pretty thoughtless. I don't remember what happened here. This was me. This is me not willing to get up in the morning. Speaking. This one reminds me of children's books that I had when I was growing up. Just this kind of character design. And here's the end. So there you have it. My project that I added to my portfolio, and it kind of started my journey into illustration, and that's the moment when I started to take illustration kind of seriously. A lot of these drawings I turned into more detailed drawings. Not a lot, a couple. But I remember that it was a mindset shift for me. I was seeing myself as an illustrator, even though these illustrations aren't that great. But it was a good idea to test the waters to see, do I want to do this full time? Do I want to dedicate some part of my life to this? Because even if you have to spend 15 to 30 minutes, which is not a lot at all, to a drawing, to some activity, take it out of your day and dedicate this time to doing something, it gives you an understanding of whether you want to keep doing it for a living or for a long time. And I should have noticed that I'm not very keen on the idea of doing the illustrations. I was happy to have an illustration finished. I wanted to show it off, but I didn't really enjoy the process as much as I enjoy, say, sewing. I have no problem sewing for an hour a day, every day, if I have the time. If nothing hurts, I'm just going to do this. And drawing, not so much. But I used to take drawing really seriously for several years. And I used to consistently post on Instagram, like every week, a new drawing. I had to come up with an idea to get it done, to post it, and I felt like I was doing something. And even though I never felt like a proper illustrator, an artist, I did get some professional recognition. I did things for money. I did things with no money, but with a lot of kind of gratitude from other people. Like the t-shirt that I'm wearing right now is my design, and a lot of people are wearing it because it's for our beloved pub. And I was asked, and I get approached from time to time to draw something, and so I have a reputation of somebody who can draw, and that's not what I would expect 10 years ago. But just like this 2015 Inktober challenge helped me to figure out that I can take this seriously if I try to, even though it's really hard for me. A different Inktober challenge. I was doing Redtober a couple years ago. I figured out that even though I kind of liked the pictures, I have created a system for me when it was easy enough because I was doing it digitally. I removed all the barriers. I was doing very simple character illustrations. I had everything I needed to succeed. I still didn't finish, even though I got through like 20 illustrations, but then I kind of stopped dead. I don't want to go back, I don't want to finish, and I kind of stopped drawing altogether. And it was a good test of my relationship with illustration. Do I want to keep doing it, or do I want to just focus on something else? And turns out that I want to focus on something else. But I think that monthly challenges are great because if you ask the right questions, you can see it as an experiment and figure things out. Because what I would do normally, which is not recommended, as I get to see, is I would just force myself to do something for a month, hoping that the act of forcing myself to do something is going to turn me into a person who does the thing. Like, I would force myself to do illustration for 30 days, and this way it's going to kind of reignite my relationship with illustration. That's not what happened, but that's what I expected. I was thinking, well, maybe I just fell out of it. If I do it consistently for long enough, I'm going to get it back. No. And forcing oneself to do creative things, I'm not sure if it ever worked out for me. And with that said, I think that monthly challenges are cool. And at the end, at least I have a cool sketchbook to show off. So that's what I have for today. I'll see you next week with something else.